The Logitech Brio 4K webcam is a perfect addition to your live streaming setup. Affiliate link below.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty glad that Comic-Con 2017 is over. Not to say that I didn't have fun, but I am glad that it's over. I'm glad that once again, this gets to go on the wall of badges of Comic-Cons past. At this point, I'm at 18. It's been a lot of them. But Comic-Con is not without its woes, right? There's usually some form of controversy or another that stems out of the week-long event. But this time, it has nothing to do with the convention center itself. It has everything to do with San Diego International Airport and how the TSA is, being kind of dicks about people who are leaving the convention center and leaving San Diego with their haul. And let's be realistic, there are a lot of people that attend San Diego Comic-Con in order to purchase their yearly supply of comic books, saying here that the TSA is banning comic books in checked luggage. Now, when I first read this, I thought it was like carry-on luggage. I was kind of like groggy waking up, and I'm like, carry-on luggage, no comics? Well, I'm kind of fucked because all my comics that I bought are in my backpack. And now I'm seeing here that, no, it's for your checked luggage. They are worried about your comic books because you big dangerous comic book readers, you are apparently going to cause some shit on whatever flight you're trying to use to get out of the fucking city. So saying here that participants of Comic-Con were shocked to find out that this notice is waiting for them at the San Diego airport after Comic-Con, and it just makes me laugh that it's United. That was the first airline to kind of be called out for this. Saying here, Comic-Con attendees remove all books from checked bag. That's a lot if you buy a lot of shit. There are a lot of people there that purchase a lot of comic books. All right. And there are a lot of places at the convention center. There's FedEx on site that will mail you back what you purchased. So then it will go through, shipping without being damaged. And let's be fair, if you're going to Comic-Con, you might want to buy something that might be a little mint in box. And if it's mint in box, you're happy. And if it's not, you're not going to be happy because it devalues the item if you're trying to resell it later. So that does make a lot of sense. But for comic books, shit, what the fuck is going on here? So Addie Chapo found it first, saying, if you are at SDCC and flying out of United, please take note of this and share. The TSA has banned comic books from checked bags for flights leaving San Diego after Comic-Con. Now, this story was posted originally yesterday, and I don't know if that lift has been, or if that ban has been lifted today. My flight isn't until this evening out of San Diego, and believe me, I will be looking for that. Hopefully, American Airlines doesn't have that. I don't think I'll have any trouble, but you never know. I don't want them finding the entire cache of carne asada burritos that I'm smuggling back home. Now, it says here, this is problematic in a few ways. First, attendees tend to purchase rare comic books that they're trying to keep in pristine shape, as I already mentioned. Yes, you can do, but people aren't flying out of San Diego to buy one comic book, and that's the key part here. People go to San Diego Comic-Con to buy a lot of stuff. Also saying that large vendors enter in freight shipping contracts. Small vendors rely on their checked bags to get their wares to and from the convention, which is very true. I have friends who own booths. I have friends who pack it all in a U-Haul trailer, trek it across the country from wherever they're coming from to set up their booth, and then they hope that they sell a shitload of their stuff in order to be able to have a lighter load going home. If TSA has started blocking a lot of this shit, this is going to have an impact on people purchasing from vendors next year if adequate shipping isn't available to them, or if they just simply don't have the money and thought that they would then take a half-packed bag through Southwest or American or Delta or United or whomever to get into town. Because most of the time you can take about a 50-pound bag on the plane. Otherwise, they charge you some money there, and they weigh that and all that jazz. So you know what you're kind of getting yourself into. But these are people that will pack their checked luggage full of stuff that they buy in order to be able to get it home. These are people that don't take deodorant or spare clothes for a week simply because they want to make sure they have enough space to bring shit home with them. And this is kind of a slap in the fucking face. Says here that this is problematic for independent comic artists who bring in their own, sometimes self-published collections. These are usually packed in hard cases, specifically designed to make sure the books don't get dinged up in transit, which is very true. But United responded back by saying the restriction on checking the comic books applies to all airlines operating out of San Diego this weekend and is set by the TSA. So what is up with the TSA? Why the fuck would the TSA have a problem with this? Unless they're thinking that, a large dense item inside of, or a large dense package inside of a checked bag might be considered something nefarious. That's the only thing I can fucking think of here. Now, it says here, the strange part is while United is directing everyone to TSA for more information, United is also the only airline who is enforcing this. This does not mean it is the only airline. I just don't see any outrage from people flying other airlines. And it might also be that people caught this when it went up, and United was the first one that they saw. As I said, I'm going to San Diego International in a couple hours, and I'll be able to know more when I get there. Additionally, people hate United right now. So any reason to further shit on United is going to draw a lot more attention than any other airline, with the exception of maybe Delta and maybe JetBlue. But United says here in a DM, very sorry for the inconvenience. The restriction on checking comic books applies to all airlines operating in San Diego. While you won't be able to check the comic books, they will be allowed in your carry-on bag or personal items. So they want them on the flight, which is cool. I think a lot of people are going to want to read some shit. But if you got like, okay, I'll put it to you like this. Spirit Airlines, for example, charges $55 if you want to check your bag. They charge you an additional $25 or $35 if you want to have a carry-on. And everywhere else pretty much gives you one carry-on and one personal item. So that is something to consider. You could just go to Walmart, drop $7 on a duffel bag, dump it all in there, take it through TSA, you're good to go. But it's just the inconvenience factor that wasn't specified prior to anything, and it also wasn't specified prior to people, like checking in for their flight out of San Diego or when they booked their tickets through that airline to San Diego. That is a big problem. And they say here regular books should be okay. Well, good to know. I bought one regular book that actually it's a graphic novel. My friend Dahmer is what I'm going to be reading on the flight back tonight. So it says here, why ban comic books? According to someone on Twitter who claims to be a former TSA, the glossy pages of the comic book show up strangely on the X-ray machine and have to be individually searched. It looks as if this person deleted their tweet, so that's a problem. So you don't know how true that is. I can't confirm that myself. I found some evidence backing this up, though, from a range of people complaining about the TSA, telling them they had too many comics in their bags. Lacey Wright here saying the TSA searched my luggage for having too many comic books. That's a first. Margaret saying, so apparently a stack of comic books in your carry-on will set off the TSA's machine, at which point they go through each issue. Every time I leave Comic-Con, I always get stopped by TSA because I'm bringing home burritos. And they go, what are you bringing out of San Diego? And I'm like, burritos. And they're like, we get it. Go on with your day. And then Garbage Baby here says, one time TSA bent my comic books while searching my backpack because apparently nerdy lesbians are more dangerous than terrorists. And then Alan Kistler finishing up here trying to get Will Wheaton on board saying, hey, Will Wheaton, have you heard about TSA unpacking your bag because your comic books might be weapons? Because that happened to me. And so apparently it is happening to many people, and it's not just airline specific, it is the TSA. The TSA is an organization that is notoriously horrible at attempting to find and stop any kind of weaponry getting through. There was recently a situation with VidCon where a person who shall not be named apparently smuggled a box cutter from Canada down to Anaheim and then back again. Box cutters were what were used in taking down the flights from 9/11. So all the new Department of Government that we got after that and all the new TSA requirements and all the other bullshit still didn't, stop a 5'0" person from smuggling on deadly weaponry on a flight. But comic books are the problem here. Comic books. So it goes on to say, if this is true, it sounds as if the ban is so they don't have to use extra TSA manpower during the weekends, or possibly found themselves overwhelmed, which is true because according to what I hear around town is that it's not just like 150,000 Comic-Con attendees come to Comic-Con. It's about 1 million people in general come to San Diego, and that boosts those numbers, and a lot of them are flying in, and it's entirely possible that TSA just can't do it. So there's been no official TSA statement on this, and when I'm at the airport tonight, I will in fact ask TSA about this. People tweeting the TSA directly have not received a reply. United said TSA's ban is for the weekend. Since Comic-Con is ongoing throughout the entire weekend, a lot of people, especially vendors, fly back on Monday. I'm interested to see whether or not people run into issues today. And that will be my story, considering the fact that I am an attendee flying out on a Monday evening flight. And so, again, I've looked into this a bit more, still haven't seen anything from TSA. But there has been a couple, one little thing here. The TSA did post this thing tomorrow for screening tips. So this was coming out of ABC News a few hours ago, and they give you an idea of what not to bring on the flight, showcasing here weaponry. weaponry. And I understand that entirely. Again, this is stuff that that could get you in some serious shit. So, it says here, ship your collectible items with original seal. So don't break the seal. Basically, keep it mint in box. Check your bag. Don't have your weapons out. Have them checked and locked away in a sealed container. Carry your comics and brochures. See, here's the thing. Packing sizes of comic books, brochures, and magazines will often cause alarm, leading to bag searches and delays. Instead, carry these items in a carry-on bag and place them in a bin before sending them through the X-ray. That's all they say about that right there. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with this going forward? I do hope, though, that the TSA has more information when I'm at the airport tonight. I will update this probably in the comment section once I know more. Until then, guys, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will talk to you guys later. Be sure to check back tomorrow night, Tuesday, the 25th. When I will be back to my regular live streams at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Peace out.